Street. It's a bit of a cliche to say that a band's debut album has been long awaited, but in the case of FM, it's probably a very fair comment indeed. Pete, why has your first album taken so long to hit the streets?
I don't know. It's sort of just it's sort of when we were recording it, we kept having breaks to doing tours and things like that, and so that sort of put the recording time a lot longer than it should have been. Also, when we first went in to do it, we went in with a bloke called Peter Collins.
Well, he's a producer who's worked with, I think, Rush and Gary Moore in the past.
Yeah, all sorts. And we went in with him, sort of thing, because obviously your first album, you don't normally produce it yourselves, you see. So we went in, and it just didn't work out.
What was the problem, Steve, do you think, with Peter?
Well, I mean, he's a great producer. I mean, you've only got to look at his track record. I think mainly it was just the stuff didn't sound like us in the end. After when it was
too dated, do you think, maybe the sound of it?
It was a bit, for instance, on Frozen Heart, one of our singles, he did a massive, like, string arrangement with a proper string section, things like that. And it did actually sound quite dated, didn't it, when it was done, you know, so...
So you got rid of him then, but didn't the record company then go into, like, a panic, Pete, when you got rid of a well-known producer and said, can we do this ourselves?
They certainly did, yes. Yes, they did. But they then sent us into a studio to do one track, and we did one called Love Lies Dying, and that turned out fine, and so that was it, we were off.
You're off anyway.
Yes.
Steve, you seem to be a band who want to appeal to everyone. You've certainly supported a whole variety of different artists. Tell us who you've been out on the road with.
Tina Turner in Europe, we took over from Bryan Adams on that one. Meatloaf was the first one, that was in Europe as well. Foreigner in Ireland, Gary Moore all across England, REO Speedwagon in England. Can you think of any more, Pete?
Been any more?
And now the Magnum.
Magnum tour, yeah.
And that starts, I think, September the 23rd. Pete, am I right in saying that?
Could well be right, I don't really know. I know it's next Tuesday, but that doesn't mean a lot.
Steve, I think it'd be fair to describe FM as a melodic rock band, and that sort of music often doesn't go down too well with British rock fans who kind of resent it a little bit. Maybe they think bands are looking to the States too much, but you seem to have had a fairly good response from British fans. Has that surprised you? Yeah,
I think it did at first. I mean, as I say, we started playing... First of all, we played Europe, so I mean, we gauged how well it was going by the European fans, and it went very well on those tours. So the first tour we did in England was Gary Moore, which is really quite a heavy rock.
That's true, heavy rock audience.
Heavy rock audience. Yeah. So I mean, the first gig was Glasgow as well. So
baptism by fire, definitely.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't really know how it would go, but it's been fantastic. I mean, the fans that we've got here are so loyal, and you know.
As I say, Pete, you've got a loyal following in the UK, but I think the response in the States has been quite good, hasn't it? To the album.
That's been staggering, really. I think
we're
well shocked, really. You know, there are things called tip sheets over there for the radio playing. We're number one on all those, aren't we, this week?
And this is with the Indiscreet album. That's what it's called, isn't it?
It's mainly for Frozen Heart, really, isn't it? I think Frozen Heart.
They've gone for that one track.
Yeah, that's like the single thing. Yeah. But the album is out there as well, and it's all going great.
Is it true, Steve, that you might be doing some work for a TV company out there, writing some music for a cartoon?
Yeah, we've already done that, actually.
Oh, yeah.
It was, it's a new big cartoon thing. I think it's done, the soundtrack's by the same people who did Miami Vice, which is good, you know. So, it's called The Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers, and it's about space cowboys, and we wrote some silly songs, and they liked
lyrics.
Yeah.
So can you see yourselves touring in the States soon, Pete, after this Magnum tour possibly is over?
Yeah, I think we're definitely going there as soon as the Magnum tour's finished, but I don't know who with.
We'll have to wait and see on that one, yeah. I think it's fair to say that with a band like yourselves, you play melodic rock, Steve, the musicians often tend to be a little bit faceless, but you have an interesting keyboard player called Digital.
Yeah.
He possibly doesn't come from this planet, it has been rumoured.
Definitely doesn't, no. Interesting's quite an understatement.
Yeah.
If you'd ever met him, that's... No, he's great. He's sort of really has a different approach to keyboards within a rock band, so he's very modern approach to keyboards, and reads all the latest manuals. That's his bedtime reading, you know.
Yeah. That's a shame he wasn't here today, really, isn't it? We're stuck with you two, obviously.
We're quite boring, really,
compared to him. You know.
Anyway, best of luck with the Magnum tour and the American tour when that comes together.
Thanks a lot.
And in the meantime, we can take a look at a video for That Girl.
Yeah,
certainly can.